Hi everyone, and welcome to the fall semester of 2020. I know it has been a very harrowing, scary last few months, all the way from February, March, and I know that many of you have had a tough time during the winter semester, the summer semester, but I'm here for you. And what I have in front of you right now, I'm going to go through. And I'm going to go through how you can get it, although I'm going to email it to you before the semester starts in a couple of days. So I'm about a week before the semester begins right now. And what I want to do is have you see how easy it is to get into the class and on Canvas from your MACA. And I want you to see how I've made this a pretty accessible, hopefully easy to follow syllabus. But what I really want right off the bat is for you to understand, and I say it in a couple of movies that I kind of want you to watch, which I've included as links in that email that you're going to get before the semester starts, as I said, on Monday, August 17th. I want you to know what I feel is important. And it's not grades, and it's not just assignments. It's having confidence in yourself, building confidence and building skill, and understanding that no matter what, I'm here for you. I will walk you through problems, and I will get you to the point where you want to be. But it takes two, okay? It takes me, right? And it takes you. You have to not let frustration get to you. You have to stick with it. Don't be so project oriented. Don't be so step-by-step oriented, because it'll all come out. All the skills, all the creativity. If you just do something over and over again, don't be afraid of mistakes. Just do it over again. Okay, show me your creativity and your maturity and your passion. Okay, with all that said, I wanted to start off with this, because these are students who took the beginning Illustrator class, and I've made this available to you too in the Canvas module, which I will show you in a few minutes. But before we get into all the nitty-gritty, just look at what these students have done. And this is all using Adobe Illustrator. This has nothing to do with Photoshop. Although I'm a Photoshop expert, Adobe Illustrator is amazing. It's just amazing, as you will see in my portfolio movie, which is one of the links in the email, because I want you to know me. But I absolutely love to create. I love what I do. And even though now, although I didn't say it in my introduction movie, because that was a couple of years ago, and that's one of the links in the email, I am adjunct faculty now at MACA, because I've retired. I live in Colorado, but it doesn't stop me from working with all of you. So look at these illustrations that beginning students did at the end of this course, after this course was over, to show in their portfolio presentation package their capability. So all of these are Adobe Illustrator. You're going to do something just like that about week 9, 10, 11, or something like that. You'll see. So I want you to know that no matter what, I am focused on your success. You have to put as much into that as I will put into that. So why and how, that's how you're going to look at the end of the first assignment. No, I'm just kidding. You might look at that halfway through the first assignment, but you will be one happy person at the end of the assignment. I'm just kidding. That's done by a student. These are products, what I call soft and hard products. That's a soft product, soft product, soft product. That's another soft product. This young lady wanted to go into medical illustration, and she's doing a great job now. But that's a hard product. So that's actually the final assignment in class. It's the neon clock. and you can choose whatever thing you want in the center of your neon clock. It doesn't bother me. I don't care what you choose. So you can see just a myriad of examples there. But let me show you what I'm talking about. Soft product, hard product. Soft product, hard product, and soft product, right? Soft product, hard product. So Illustrator is an amazing tool. It's vector. Vector is based on geometry, X and Y and Z. Photoshop is based on pixels. So we're going to learn this semester why Illustrator is so important to everything. So what I want to do first is zoom into this and show you that you need to have before Monday, by clicking this link, and this is in your email, so download it to your desktop. But you need to have the Adobe Illustrator, the whole Creative Cloud. So when you click this, this is going to go right to the Student and Teacher Creative Cloud link. Okay? So what I'm going to do is just close that for now and keep on going. All right? I'll show you when we get in Canvas how to easily send me a message. And if you're not going to use Canvas, you can also use this email that I'm highlighting. Sorry, let me get in there, to sorialb@macomb.edu, but I'd rather you use the Canvas email. Okay, sorry. Let me go back. Okay, and let me zoom in just a little bit more. By the way, I'm zooming with Alt or Option middle mouse button, which you're going to hear a lot of, okay, especially in the first assignment. If you have a problem getting into the class, I want you to take this number down this weekend and get ready to call that number on Monday. That's the Canvas helpline. Again, if you try to log into Canvas and it's not there, they will help you right away. All right? So you're in my class because I've sent this to the whole class list, right? Okay? So just call that number Monday morning if you have an issue. All right, I have made a list here of the important dates in the semester. Obviously, August 17th, Monday, is the opening day. Labor Day, last day for refund, but I want you to check with the registration department. Thanksgiving recess, last day to withdraw. Again, you're going to have to check with the registration department, and when the semester ends. And then I go through a whole series of things which you can read. And here is another way to get to my introduction movie. And here's a way to get to Brian Sorial's portfolio movie. I'll start it just for a second, just so we can hear it. But I want you to watch it because it's important to me that you know that the person who is teaching you is an expert and has 40 years of experience as a commercial artist. So that's what this is going to do. So let me just play this for a second and we'll just watch it just together. I am also good in animation, and I did that opening animation.
Hi.
And that's my really horribly ugly Canadian face.
You can see my graphic portfolio, my love of teaching, and my love of writing. I have been a professional for over 40 years in the commercial art field, and I love what I do. I absolutely adore it. I love getting up on
So I just want you to be excited for this semester. You're going to be successful. Let me turn this down.
From a globally represented professional,
because you can watch this by yourself. But I want you to be successful this semester, and you're going to be. Just don't be afraid to make mistakes. All right? And I'm going to show you that I have, let me stop this. I'm going to show you that I will help you. I didn't finish my thought before. Why is an online class so good? And let me just tell you, it's because 7 days a week you have access. Let's say it's an on-ground class, right? And on Wednesday night, it's a Monday-Wednesday class, right? On ground. And on Wednesday night, you have a question. You have to wait all the way to Monday morning to get it answered, right? or else and come into the department, which isn't open now, but come into the department and try to find me. But all you have to do now is send me a Canvas email and say, Brian, here's my file. Here's my Adobe Illustrator AI file. I'm having a problem, and I'll respond within hours. So by the morning, on Thursday morning, you're back working. So you can get twice as much stuff done. And what I'll do is I'll take your file, I'll show you how to fix it, I'll send you a little personal movie on how to do it, and then you can fix it, and then you're on your way. So these are things I've done for Star Wars, for Lucasfilm. These are things that, that was for the 25th anniversary of Star Wars. And that's Adobe Illustrator, believe it or not. I did this when I was 15. Yes, I was a kid too. And I love doing animals. Absolutely love it, do animals, without touching a darn computer. So I'm going to stop this, and you can watch it. Let me just stop that, and let's keep on going. So I'm in the First Day Handout, obviously, and I'm going to go to all of the assignments. So I'm skipping all this stuff, and I'm going to go to the assignments. So through this series of assignments that I'm showing you right here, from the tool palette quiz, which I want you to take seriously, to understanding how to draw with a pen, okay, let me zoom in, to having fun developing your own creative music icons, your own vintage logo, your own Zentangle, I'll show you what all that is in a second, your own character art, so you're not just cold copying what everybody else is doing, other than everybody's going to do the same thing on guide number 2. After that, it's open. It is open to you. So I want to see your creativity. All right, so let me zoom out here, middle mouse button, Alt, holding Alt or Option, and there is going to be discussion boards. So at the end of every single assignment, I want you to tell me certain things, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. There's a mid-semester survey, an end-semester survey. They're worth 5 points. Please do them. And let's now go, as I said before, I never finish my thought. Let's go further. See these things? Some people call these grades. I call them worthless. That's what I call them, okay? It either works or it doesn't visually. That's what art is. I mean, yes, some people like things that other people don't. Some people like Art Deco, some people don't, you know what I mean? But let me tell you something. What if you had to have an operation? Yeah, a medical operation. And you found out that your doctor got a C in kidneys. That means that they don't know 30% of things that are happening in kidneys. I don't want that. I don't want a doctor who gets a B- in kidneys or a C+ in kidneys. Now, graphic arts isn't as important as the medical field in that regard, but I want you to work your assignments until we both know that they're successful. The A will be a given. Yes, I'll give you grades because I have to, because it's academic. But I don't want to focus on grades. I want to focus on you having the ability to redo your assignments. I want you to pay attention to this part of it. It's on page 6. This tells you what is due week 1. It tells you what is ready to read and do week 2. It tells you all the way through week 16. Okay? I want you to check off things. In other words, let me zoom in. If you already have, if you already have, I'm trying to move it over, but that key isn't working. Okay, so let's say that you get done both, that's the wrong one. Let me go back to the first week. Okay, so let's say you get done both of the first guide, the guide pen and path file. There are 2 of them. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Okay, check it off. Then you have a guide to discussion summary. Okay, check it off. You also have a discussion post, Adobe Illustrator, and your career path. And I'll show you where all those are. Those are going to be in the week 1 folder. So you have a week 1 folder in Canvas, a week 2 folder in Canvas, a week 3 module folder in Canvas. They're actually modules. And they align exactly if I haven't made some dumb mistakes, with all of these weeks here. Okay, so I've also shown you at the end of this, let me back off and get here, that these, I've shown you this in many different places. I've shown you what the date is of week 1 all the way to the final date and where your recess is. So if you're wondering, well, what is the date of week 6 and what is due at the end of week 6, just go back into here. So you can go back into week 6. Let's go all the way to week 6, and you can see that week 6, you have nothing due. The assignment that you start, which is Zentangle, I'll show you what that is actually due at the end of week 7. So what are you going to do? You're going to check things off, okay? That's what I want you to do. So I'm going to put this and this, I'm going to minimize them, and we're going to go into Canvas now. So what I want you to do is go to your Macomb browser, okay, to get into the class. This is what you do. You click My Macomb. Now, I'm going to skip the page where you put in your username and your password because I've already done that, and you're going to see that it's going to go right into My Macomb. So now I'm into My Macomb, right? Okay. If you did you guys know that you have a menu here that can get you into career services or anything to do with student services, like career services right there? But we'll talk about that later. And if you have any questions about where to go and what to do at Macomb, you just have to let me know, okay? Now, where do you get your class? You go down here on the left, you see Canvas right there. Now, when you click, you should come into your dashboard. This is called your opening dashboard. Now, I can get to my classes a couple of ways. I can get them and go in through these icons here, or just click this, which is a list of classes. Now, my point is to you, well, several points. But if you don't have your class, which is this V1602 2020 fall class, if you don't have it, all you have to do is go all the way to the bottom, and there's that same number I just showed you. Call them. They'll instantly, within minutes, they answer they're really effective, and they'll get you up and running right away. So when you go into your course, let's go into the course, you come up to your home page. This is what the page is going to be on the home page, all right? The next thing I want you to do after because I'm already sending you this. I'm already giving it to you this weekend, okay? The thing that I'm doing right now will be a link if you want to watch it again right there. So that'll be available to you all semester watching this movie. See this? Please download the Fall 2020 assignment list. You see this thing over here? This is the assignment list. And I'm going to open it up into a PDF file. Now, remember I told you that I would show you what the assignments were? So let me get close to this and leave it right there. So in the very first week, you're going to begin the pen and path assignment. There are 2 things due. You're going to finish one of these just like this, just like that, okay? And then you're going to, whoops, I keep on doing the same movement that I shouldn't do. In InDesign and Illustrator, you can hold the Command or Control key and it'll scroll left and right, but not in Acrobat. Anyway, then you're going to color them. You don't have to color them the way I did, but you do have to draw these out, as you will see in a few minutes, and I'm going to show you where to access your first assignment. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. Let me move this over. Okay, so that's your first assignment. Your second assignment is, other than Guide 1 is the tool palette test. So here is your second assignment. There are 2 files due. It's a music icon where you do the same ones here that I do. Okay, then you get to do your own. These are done by a student who wanted to have some fun with them. And you don't have to do these. You can do sports icons. You can do anything you want. So in the next one, it's thinking, okay. In the next one, which is called the vintage logo, I want you to do one similar to this, and then you're going to do one that you're going to color and make 5 different versions of it. It's not that hard. Once you get the first one done, you can color them in minutes. Okay, and you don't have to say, you do not have to say Sorial Illustrations. That's me. You can say what your name is. You can come up with your own design name for this. But everything else I want you to do pretty close to what I've done. And I'll show you how to actually access the movies. Zentangle is just a fun way of saying putting patterns within a shape. That's it. You're going to do one in black and white, and then you're going to convert it to color. And that is week 7. And you can use any letter you want, and you can use any shape you want, but that's going to be really fun. All right? Then, for you artists, and even for you the people who aren't artists, or who don't think they can draw, you're going to come up with your own character art. Now, you can use something, you don't have to sketch it out. You can go grab something from the internet, send it to me so I can approve it, and then we'll go on from there. So this assignment list right here is for you. All right? I want you to make sure you always put your name in a file. See this? This is how I would send the very first assignment to me if I was a student. All right? B for Brian, Sorial, no spaces with an underscore, penpath.ai. And then when you do the colored version, remember I said the colored version right there on the right, see what I'm clicking on right there? You're going to say penpath colored. So, in Canvas, you can submit as many times as you want into the same Dropbox. I'll show you what that is. Okay? And you can submit one now and one in a couple days. So you don't have to submit everything. Something I'm going to say right away. See all these due dates here? See how it says you have to turn that in? That's my dog. So obviously that's my dog. That wasn't my cat. Just a minute. I hope she stops barking. She just got a bath too. What did I want to say? Okay. I am not as focused on deadlines. You know, life happens. We've had a hard time this last 9 months. Life happens. If you have job-related or family-related issues, all you have to do is email me. I don't take any points off for missed assignments. You can turn them in later if you let me know beforehand. So before this Sunday, if you sent me an email saying, Brian, I'm having a really tough week, would you please give me more time on assignment 3 music icons? I'd say, sure. Thank you for letting me know. Is there anything I can do to help? That's what I'll probably in some way write back. Okay? So let's go back to here, and I'm sorry, not back to here. Let's go now into Canvas. So we're in Canvas. You see this is the home page. Soon as you click this and you're done with this on the first day or so, immediately go into your modules right there. The modules are every week's stuff. Okay, general course information. Here is the assignment list that I just showed you. So that assignment list over here, which I'll include in the email that I'm sending you this weekend, all right, I'm going to include both of these files. Let me move this over. I'm going to include the syllabus right there, and I'm going to include this file. Okay, so I'm going to include both of them in the email. But if you lose it or you don't know where you put it, just download it again. Here's the introduction movie, which you're already going to watch this weekend because I'm going to include it as the link. But then there's student examples. You've already seen some of those. Industry Reels, the Behance Student Portfolio site, the Macomb Media and Communication Arts Portfolio site. Then, if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, and then my Sorial Illustrations professional link. Now let's go into here, and I don't want you to panic with what you're about to see. I decided I should open it up and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, well, I can do it here. I decided that all of these shapes, I didn't want to make one movie and say, let's say you ended on the 6th shape and you wanted to come back tomorrow and you wondered where you were in the movie. All right, it's a real pain to try to find something in a YouTube movie, although my YouTube movies are very clear and high quality. I didn't want you to do that. So this has 16 shapes. Got it? plus a 17th one for coloring. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean that if you look at this, here is shape 1, shape 2. That shouldn't have, whoops, I did it again. Let's go into here. I'm so sorry. Let's go into here. Come on. Okay. Now, this palette quiz discussion summary shouldn't have been there, Mr. Sorial. It should have been up here. Okay, you can't do that, I can. So I wanted that right there. I don't know why I didn't put it there. Anyway, there it is. Okay, I don't even have to save it. So shape 1, shape 2, shape 3, all the way to shape 16. These movies are only a couple minutes long. Okay, so like here, I'll just play one. So when you click this, I want to show you two things. So please be aware of what I'm showing you. Okay, so when I start this,
shape number 6.
I'm going to let you know that you can go to closed captioning if you need it. So there's closed captioning, all right? Plus, it's high quality. So if you go click this button, which you all know to cascade to full screen, here is how you do shape 6. And the movie itself, let me see how long it is. It's only 10 minutes long. Okay, so, and that's a pretty complex shape. So some of the shapes are only 3 and 4 minutes long. So let me go,
You got 9 points. I'm going to make you do it over again.
let me go back.
Okay, so I'm going to hit the P key.
Now, I do want to show you something, so I am going to come back in a second. All right, I have the Guide 2, which is your first real assignment after the tool palette test, on the screen here. And I wanted you to see something about right now, so I don't have to answer this question a whole bunch of times. Here is a drawing layer. I show exactly everything, what layers are, what stuff inside layers are. So here are paths inside layers right there. Okay, this is called a parent layer, but that's not what this movie is about. So I want to turn this off and I want to turn it back on. So you can see that you're given a red template which you cover with black lines with no fills. Don't worry about that. This is what I want you to worry about. So when I actually click this, you can see that this upper shape here has 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Let me zoom in. Let's count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4. The second shape, 1, 2, 3, 4. The third shape, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to minimize that. In the PDF file that is a help here, you have to watch the movies. But I'm going to show you something about the shapes. So I explain what everything here is in the tutorial, so don't worry about it. But here's what I want you to pay attention to. How many points are in the first one? There's 4. If you turn it in with 5 or 6, I'm going to give it back to you. I want you to make sure that you use the exact number of points that I do in the right place. And I show you how to do it in every single case. That's why, like, let's look at this shape right here just for a second. Okay, this is shape number 3. So now let's go in here and look at shape number 3. And now I'll play it.
Okay, shape number 3. It has 5 points. Let's start by going pull click to 4 and then pull click to 4 and then alt or option pull click to 7. So let's move in, let's get it bigger, hit the P key, and let's pull click to 4, pull click to 4.
Don't worry about what I'm saying. I explain it completely in the tutorial guide. But for those of you that really know and understand the pen tool, great. You have to watch the movies, because if you turn in something that's supposed to have 5 points and you have 25 points, I'm not going to accept it. Okay? Because that's not building skill. That's just getting a project done. Do you see what I'm saying there? Don't just get a project done. Get it done the way that it's supposed to be done so you build skill. And that's what I'm talking about. That's an exact example of what I'm talking about. So even though this week looks like it has, oh my God, there's so much, I want you to watch this week 1 and 2 movie, Okay, I want you to watch it. It's going to help you get started in the whole thing. You can see how I'm going to just start it real quick.
Hi, Illustrator students. This is your...
All right, so when you watch that movie, it's going to help you, all right? Week 1 and 2. But what I want is there's a welcome message. Click it and just say hello. That's all you have to do. I want you to take the tool palette test. So here's the actual quiz, all right? Here's a study sheet for it. So the study sheet looks like this. It'll just download in a second. It just is what I want you to get to know. Now, you can cheat and you can have this right in front of you as you take the test, but that doesn't get either of us anywhere, does it? I know these quick keys, and I know them for After Effects, I know them for Illustrator, I know them for Maya, I know them for Cinema 4D pretty much, and I know them for InDesign. Do I need to make myself any more clear? Okay, so I'm not going on your honor. That has nothing to do with it. It's what are you going to do when you go into an interview and they want you to use Adobe Illustrator in the interview? They're going to be watching things, okay? So look at this one. This is how you get the files. Anything that says zip or assets, click it. Now watch what happens. You come to this next screen and you click it. Now it's going to download right to here. So it downloads to your screen right here. See that? Right there. I'm going to double click it and now I have the files. So here are the files. Here's the PDF file and the actual Adobe Illustrator file that you're going to open and save with your name in it. Okay? So that's exactly, let me trash these now. That's exactly how every one of these things works. So let's go back. Now, I want you to take part in a discussion summary for the quiz. It's just going to take you a few minutes. Then I definitely want you to watch, even those of you, so pay attention, even those of you that have pen and path experience, I show some tricks and I show some insights in this. And it's what is wrong with watching a refresher? It's only a few minutes long, okay? It's probably 40 minutes long, 30 minutes long. That's the longest movie in the whole thing here. All right, but it's, you see where it says mandatory? I'm not kidding. All right, don't just assume, don't be in such a hurry to get everything done. So once you watch all these movies and once you create the files, look way up on the top. There is a Dropbox that you're going to submit the assignment in. So in the handout here, it says, let me see where I put it. Oh, whoops, sorry. I want to go to this. And it says week 2. At the end of week 2 is when you turn in both files due Sunday. Okay, great. So I even show that in a bunch of places. So now it says here, that this assignment is due week 2. So let's go to week 2. In week 2, you see there is a thing called a Dropbox. Now when I click it, it's the instructor's view. I can view this by the student's view, but I want you to see where I have the word published, you're going to have the word submit. Okay, so it's going to ask you to upload a file, as many as you want, okay, because you have to upload 2 files, one at a time or both at the same time. Doesn't matter. So that is how you actually submit files to me. All right? Answer the Adobe Illustrator in your career path, and then please answer the pen and path discussion summary. It's just 4 questions here that I want to know what you think. And this is a way that I get to know you. It's really important for that. And every week is the same. In week 3, here is the music icon zip. So that's going to download all the files you need to your screen for week 3. There's a watch me movie for week 3. So I want you to watch it first. I'll click it so you can just see that it's going to guide you through what you're supposed to do.
Week 3 Watch Me First movie for the music icons.
Okay, let's go back. So what I want is, so make sure you answer the summary, and make sure you, I even have a student example icon part 2, just so you can see what some of the other students have done. All right, just so to get a creative flow, you know what I'm saying? There are only 3 movies for this. So follow those 3 movies. Week 4 and 5 is the vintage logo. There's a Read Me First file, which I would like you to do, and at the top of every module that an assignment is due on is the Dropbox. It's not Dropbox.com, so please don't use that. I want you to use this. So I think I've discussed everything. You know that as the weeks flow here, this completely matches up. Like the intro and main gradient mesh movie, it says it right there. Well, that's available right there. So if I go back, and you can see week 7 is the gradient mesh. So you're going to be creating these. Everybody's going to do these 4 shapes, and then you get to do your own little peppers with gradient mesh. I don't want to explain it now, but that's what you're going to be doing. Okay, so let me minimize that again, and let's go back here. So all the way through, I've even given you something at the end here, which are extra files. They're just advanced material for you to maybe even start your own face tutorial. It's not required. See, it says right there, not required. See? Okay, cool. Now, so remember that when I go to my dashboard, if you have a problem logging in, call this number on the bottom, or use it in the syllabus and go to the very first page, and here is the number right here. Okay, that is what you call if you have an issue. And then you can email me and say, Brian, I'm having an issue. Okay, if I can help, I certainly will. So that is an introduction to this semester. It's kind of an introduction to me. Now, before I let you go, I want you to be excited for this semester. You're going to be successful if you put the you in you and me. I'm going to put the me in this partnership that we're entering into. All right, I'm going to do the best I can, and hopefully I don't have many mistakes in either this First Day Handout or in your Canvas class. And I hate Firefox, but they made me use Firefox today because something is wrong with Chrome. If you have a problem logging into my Macomb from Chrome, I just made a little rhyme, didn't I? That was really lame, wasn't it? Use Firefox or Safari or something, or Edge or something, okay? So go into your class, log in, click modules, and go to town. And if I've forgotten anything, I'll send out more emails because I usually forget something. Okay, I think that's it. I will. Please be ready on Monday to go into the class. Please have. Let me make sure you see it. Please have your Creative Cloud ready to go and Adobe Illustrator already ready to go Monday. All right, school does not buy it for you. You have to rent it. It's a lease every month. But if you're going into graphic arts, you're going to want that. That is something that you definitely want. Okay, don't go after free trials. I'm sorry, and it's only $19 a month. For professionals, it's $52. For students, it's $19. Okay, for the whole first year. It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway. Again, welcome to this course. I look so forward to, oh, I did forget something. I forgot something, which I told you that I would not forget something. See over here in the left-hand column, there's an inbox. If you want to send a message to me, you click it. So when you're in Canvas, go to the inbox, choose your class. So you go to here, you go to compose a new message on the top, choose your class. So if I go into here, let me make sure I'm in the correct one. Yes, that's fall. Now let's say you're sending a message to me. So I click and I go into teachers, and you're going to send Brian Sorial a message. So type whatever message you want here. And then if you have an issue, like let's say it's in the third week and you're having problems with the Zentangle assignment, attach it by clicking the paperclip and attach your Zentangle AI file. Okay, do you understand? So I can review it, and what I'll do is I'll create a very quick movie for you that when I send it to you, there'll be a link, and you can just hit the link and get your questions answered and be back to work. And say you sent me an email on Friday. By Saturday, you should be back to work. Sometimes even on Friday. So that's what I wanted you to see, okay? So the inbox is right there. I think that is going to be it. I don't think I need to talk about anything else. So I will see you. Take care.